Good afternoon. This is Tom Alexander. It is Sunday, July 14th. This is the weekend update for the week beginning Monday, July 15th, 2024. I do these things weekly. If you're finding me for the first time, if you find value in this, please like and subscribe. You can go to my website. Let me share that screen. You can go to my website, click on weekly update, and you can see all the past weekend updates going back, I don't know how long, longer than you probably care to go through all the material. But if you click on this, you can see the previous week's update, the previous week's charts, the previous week's videos in each one, and a PDF that will include all the charts that you're about to see in case you want to print them out for reference during the trading week. Okay, let's take a look at a few charts. Now, if you've been following me for the past few weeks, I've been talking about a potentially bullish scenario in which we had a broadening of the market that would be signaled by the Dow breaking out, the New York Composite breaking out, the Russell breaking out, in addition to joining the party that we've had in the SPX and the NDX that has continued with a little bit of a perturbation last week. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But all of that came to pass last week. We had strong moves up, strong breakouts in the Russell, the Dow, the New York Composite, the equal weighted S&P. So the market is certainly appears to be broadening out. That could be an extremely bullish thing going forward. Let's take a look at a few things here. We'll start with the S&P. Now, if you're not familiar with my work, I am an auction market-based trader. A lot of people find me through Market Profile. Market Profile is something I have used almost since it was initially posited by Peter Stellmeyer in the mid-1980s. It is a graphing format. It is not magic. I do use it. Sometimes I show it in the report, sometimes I don't. You know, the highest use of Market Profile is to help identify market condition through the lens of the auction market process of development. So regardless of the charting format I'm using, I'm always analyzing the market and trading the market through the lens of auction market, the auction market process of development. So the levels that you see highlighted on my charts are pretty simple. There are levels that have been derived from actual trading between market participants. I don't use magic numbers. For instance, in the SPX and NDX above Friday's high, there is no quote unquote resistance. All of this extension stuff and angles and Fibonacci stuff, Elliott wave, it has no consistent objective validity. So above Friday's high, you don't know where this market could stop. There's no quote unquote resistance. There's no level that has been tested and rejected. Now, to the downside, it's a bit clearer. Thursday's low is important, and then the bigger, more important low on an intermediate to long-term basis is the low of this balance area that formed, and it's the early July low. And if we go over to the NDX, it's a similar picture. The only quote unquote resistance is, I guess this is Wednesday's high, and then this is Thursday's low. And then below Thursday's low, you're really in an elevator shaft that extends all the way down to the late June low. But this is the equivalent level that we saw in the SPX. The SPX low was actually here July 1st. On that day, the NDX made a higher low. But the late June low, the early July low in the SPX are absolutely critical levels on the intermediate to long term under a bullish thesis. Now, if we look at the Dow had been in an extended balance area, chopping around, doing nothing, and we saw a tremendous amount of strength on Wednesday, and that followed through on Thursday and Friday, notwithstanding the little reversal that we saw on Friday. Now, what that reversal meant, I guess we'll find out in Globex that begins in about 20 minutes. But unless we take out downside levels now in the Dow, the highest level would be Thursday's low. And then below there, you're looking at about 39,151. Then, I have a bullish orientation to this market. And then if we look at Mr. Russell, the Russell had been in a multi-week balance area and just exploded higher on Thursday and continued higher on Friday and has set a multi-week high. Is it multi-year, multi-week? Multi-week. Actually, multi-year. This was the high in 2022. We closed above that. So multi-year high. How about that? Now, you have some gaps in here, but the bottom line is as long as this general area holds in here, you have to give the benefit of the doubt to the upside in this market. New York Composite, let me find that. Now, this is every listed stock in the New York Stock Exchange, so it's a very broad index. It also is confirming this bull trend, notwithstanding any short-term retracements that can occur at any time. But the levels that I have highlighted on this chart, again, you can go to the website and pick up PDF if you want to refer back to them, back to these levels during the week. Let's see. Something else that I've been putting in the reports that I think merits updating is breadth really, really expanded last week, and that is reflected in one way by the expansion of the 10-day moving average of NYSE advancing issues. On a closing basis, you can see it had been stuck at this level for quite a while, and we closed now at the highest level that this has been at since, well, in the last 2 months. So this is also potentially bullish. Breadth was positive 3 consecutive days, pretty strongly positive, actually. Strongest 3-day section of breadth maybe this year. I'm not sure. Close. This was close to kickoff back in late April, early May, sort of similar to this. But this is indicating that broadening of the market, and that could bode well for the intermediate term here. It will certainly be interesting to see how this market behaves in Globex and see how much follow through we get. But as long as these levels that I have highlighted on the charts in the indices hold, you've got to give this market the benefit of the doubt to the upside. Guys, I hope you have found this of value. And again, I would very much appreciate it that if you found value in this, that if you subscribe to the channel, and if you like it, I'm trying to grow this channel, that would be a big help. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll speak with you again soon.